Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Friday. Now I know you've had a long week of pretty intense home virtual workouts with us, so today we're going to take it a little slower. We're going to do mostly stretching, a bit of relaxation, de-stressing, and just taking some time for yourselves today. So we're going to go ahead and start just standing here with your feet about hip width apart, just with some shoulder rolls forward for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then roll them up and back, press them down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend through those knees. Inhale to reach your arms up. Exhale, press them down, press those shoulders down. Another bend, reach them up. Exhale, press. Good. Last time here. We're taking our side stretch up and over to the right. Feel that length through the left side. And then lift up and over to the left here. Big stretch over. Good. Walk those feet out nice and wide. We're going to roll forward here. Hands find your mat. Slow bend through the knees to roll up one vertebrae at a time. So stacking up. Head should be the last thing to come up. We inhale, reach them up. Scoop through that cord around forward. Pause at the bottom here. Bend those knees and slow roll up. Head is the last thing up. We'll do that a few more times. Big reach up. Scoop and roll forward. Hang at the bottom. Bend those knees. Stacking back up. Last 2. Big stretch up. Roll it forward. Little pause. Bend. And roll it up. Last one. We're going to hang out at the bottom this time. So roll it forward. And then walk those feet out wide until you're able to press your palms into the mat. So just hanging here, we're going to bend our right knee, sink over to that right side. And stretch the leg. Bend the left leg, sinking over to the left. And stretch. Now keeping those knees straight, just walk your hands to the right. Pull yourself a little closer to that leg. Always remembering to take deep breaths while you stretch here. Walk those hands to the left. Pull yourself a little closer. Back to center. Go ahead and cross those arms and just let your body weight hang down. And you can sway from side to side. You should get a nice stretch through the backs of those legs and hamstrings here. Place your hands to the mat. Walk those feet in. Bend through your knees. Slow to roll back up. All right, so from here we're going to rotate to face the long way of our mat. We'll reach those arms up. Scoop and roll forward. Hands find your mat. We're walking forward to find that plank. We won't be here long. We're just going to flow from our plank to our pike for 5, 4. Feel a nice stretch through the shoulders and the backs of your legs in that pike. 3, 2. Last one. Pedal those feet out. Coming forward, step that right foot forward to your lunge. Drop your back knee to the mat, and you can let those toes relax down. Now, just holding here. Remembering to breathe deeply while you stretch. Good. From here, we're going to press back onto that left leg. Stretch the right leg out long, right in front of you. And then just gently lower your body down towards your leg. Again, nice deep breaths while you feel the stretch. Should get a nice stretch through the back of this leg into your hamstring. Good. Coming forward to that deep lunge again. We're going to sink down onto our forearms if you can and hold it here. So taking this time just to breathe deeply, de-stress, feel the stretch. Good, placing those hands back on your mat. Curl the back toes under so that you can step that right foot back. Left foot steps forward, drop that right knee. You can let those toes relax onto the mat. Starting up here, feeling that stretch. Good, pressing back onto your right leg. Left leg stretches out long in front of you. And then just gently lower your body towards the leg. Should get a nice stretch through that back of that leg and hamstring. Couple more breaths here. Then coming forward into that deep lunge again, we're going to try to drop down to your forearms if you can. Holding here. Remembering to breathe with it. A lot of times when we're stretching, we tend to kind of tense up and hold our breath, and you really want to breathe into your stretches. Give your muscles a chance to relax and feel the stretch. Good, pressing back up. Just tuck that leg and press to a child's pose here. Now from here, really walk those fingertips forward so you get a nice stretch through your shoulders and your upper back. Good. I'm going to turn to face you guys here. And we're going to take a butterfly stretch. So you'll bring the soles of your feet together, knees out wide, roll those shoulders down and back. We lengthen up tall and then fold forward towards your feet. If you like, you can use your elbows to kind of press those knees down just gently. Focusing on that breath. After a few breaths, maybe you'll be able to sink just a little lower into your stretch. Good. Coming up, let's take a twist to the right side. So my left hand is going to that right knee, right hand behind me, opening up for the twist. And opposite side, open up for your twist. Good. From here, let's take our left leg crossed in front of the right leg. It's like you're going to be in your crisscross position, but you're actually going to stack your legs a little further. So you want to get your knees as close to being stacked as possible. Feet are out to the sides. Your butt is all the way down on your mat, so try not to have one cheek up, but keep them both down. Lift up, and then fold forward, chin to that knee. Should give you a nice stretch in your outer glute and hips here. Nice deep breaths. We're going to hold it here. If you need a little bit more of a stretch, you're not feeling it enough, you can always walk those feet further forward and lean into it. I feel it plenty, so I'm going to keep my feet right where they are. Remembering to breathe here. Good, sitting up tall. Just take a moment to kind of shake the legs out before we do our other side. So again, like you're going to sit crisscross, right leg is in front this time, but we're going to stack those knees and kind of scoot into it. And then lift up tall and lean forward, chin to the top knee here. Hold the stretch. Trying to relax into it. One side will probably feel tighter than the other, and that's totally normal. Good, coming out of it. Moving along, we're going to bring our right leg stretched out long, right in front of you, like right in front of your nose. Bending your left leg in and placing my foot just right on the side of that knee. Flex your foot, interlace your fingers, reach up tall. We're going to stretch forward so your hands can go behind your foot, and then you pull yourself closer to your leg. If you cannot reach your foot, reach behind the ankle or even just on the side of your leg here and pull yourself a little closer to the leg. Holding the stretch for a few breaths here. Good. Slowly bringing yourself back up. We'll switch sides. So left leg out long in front, right in front of your nose. Right foot on the side of that leg. Flex your foot, interlace those fingers, reach up tall, and stretch forward, either grabbing the foot, ankle, or the side of the leg, depending on your flexibility here. Just gently bringing yourself down towards that leg and breathing for your stretch here. This should be another good hamstring stretch through the back of that leg. Just a couple more breaths. Good, gently coming out of it. We are going to lie back on our mat now and hug your knees in towards your chest here. So just rock from side to side. Then stretch your right leg out long. You're still holding onto that left leg. Left arm goes out long. You're going to use your right hand to pull that left knee across the body for a twist through the spine, making sure to keep this left shoulder planted down. It's okay if it can't go all the way. Just go where you can and hold it there. Good. Bring it in. Hug those knees in again. Stretching the left leg out long. Left arm out to the side. Right arm out to the side. Left hand presses that right knee across for your twist. Keeping this right shoulder down on your mat if you can. All right, hug those legs in again. We're going to go into a hip opener here. So you're going to stretch your left leg out long. Right hand is reaching for your right arch from the inside. And you're going to drive that knee down towards your mat. You want to keep a nice right angle here, so try not to stretch the leg out or squish it like that. But keep just a right angle. And it's like you're pulling this knee down to your mat here. Again, both hips and both shoulders stay flat. And we're just breathing into it. As your body starts to relax into the stretch, that knee might get a little closer to the floor. 3 more deep breaths here. Two. And last one. Good. Bring that leg in gently and stretch it long on the mat. Let that hip relax a little bit. Good. We'll bring our left leg in. Left hand reaches for that arch. Remembering to keep the 90-degree angle here, we just drive that knee down towards the mat. Keeping both shoulders and both hips flat on your mat if you can. Nice deep breaths. Slowly let that knee drop a little closer to your mat as you relax into the stretch. Just a little bit longer here. One more deep breath. And then let go of that foot and just let your leg go long. And just gently circle your ankles. And then reverse the circles. We'll hug our knees in, and we're going to rock our way up, all the way up to sit. All right, so for this next one, you're going to want to bend your left leg by your side here and your right leg in front of you. And then depending on your hip flexibility, you might just walk back a little bit. Should feel a good stretch here. You want to keep this knee planted down onto the floor. If you need to feel it a little more, I would go back onto my elbows. Or if you really don't feel it, you could lie all the way back. As long as you keep that knee down, I'm going to keep it here on the elbows because I feel it right here. Again, you're stretching out the hip flexor here, pressing that knee into the mat. And remembering to breathe, which sometimes is the hardest part. Good, couple more breaths here. And last one. Now you can come all the way up to switch, or you can just switch your legs where you are. So left leg bent in front of you, right leg by your side. You're either on the hands, laying all the way back, or right in that middle spot right here where I am on the elbows. Just a few deep breaths. Keeping that knee pressing down, so try not to let it rise up like that. Press it down and feel that stretch through your right hip flexor. Good, let's say 2 more deep breaths here. Last one. Gently bring your legs out of that position. We are going to find our way into our downward dog position just for a moment here. Stretching through the shoulders, letting your heels really drop into your mat. We lift our right leg up towards the sky and bring it all the way through. This one is called your pigeon stretch. So you're gonna bend your front leg. Your back leg is out long. Now from here, we wanna make sure that we don't sit out on this right thigh, but you bring your weight up and over to the left. And then you can sink forward into that stretch. So really this heel should be making contact with you. You can reach all the way into it. Two more deep breaths here. If you need to feel the stretch a little bit more, just walk this foot further forward. That should intensify it. Last breath here. Good. Place those hands on your mat. Curl those back toes under so you can get back into that downward dog position. Big stretch. Lift the left leg up. Bring it through for your other side of that pigeon stretch. Again, not sitting out on the thigh, but bring your weight up and over until your heel is touching, and then sink forward. If you need more of a stretch, walk this foot further forward. I'm fine right here though. I'm gonna just reach my arms forward and try to relax into it. Two more breaths here. Letting yourself sink a little deeper into your stretch. Last one. Placing those hands on your mat. Tuck those toes under. Press back. We're just gonna finish up here. Take your knees out nice and wide, so right about the width of your mat. For a wide-kneed child's pose, you're gonna walk those fingertips as far forward as you can reach. Head down to your mat. And just let your body kind of sink down into the stretch here to wrap it up. Taking this last minute here to just decompress, de-stress, and take some time for yourself. All right. Awesome job, you guys. I hope you have had a great week of virtual workouts. We miss you. We can't wait to be working with you again in studio, but keep up the good work. Make sure you're posting your sweaty selfies after your workouts and, keeping involved with your core community, especially on our Facebook page. So, all right, we'd love to see your photos and your posts. See ya.